Let's Draw, a series where we will be drawing 7 characters from a single anime or manga and dividing it in 7 videos. Notice how I said we will be drawing? That's because at the end of each video, you will have the choice to decide which character we draw next. The first anime we will be kicking things off with is good old Naruto, and the first character to make his entrance is none other than the number 1 knuckle-headed ninja himself, Naruto Uzumaki. Now kick back, relax, choose wisely, and let's draw. Hello everybody, and welcome to my new series, Let's Draw. Honestly, feels kinda good coming up with this series because I've been having this idea of me drawing and talking about anime stuff floating around in my head, for quite a while, but I never really managed to formulate it or structure it in a way that I like, but now I actually have something in mind, and I hope it works. But yeah, unlike my other videos, which are in a similar fashion, but mainly cover topics which I find interesting, like, interesting news about the anime world and whatnot, interesting anime that they're gonna come out. This video is gonna be really off script, and I don't know if you can tell already, but improvisation is not my strongest part, but still, nonetheless, I will try to make this as entertaining as possible. And as always, the series is called Let's Draw, so in the background while I talk about the character in this video, you will see me at a sped up process drawing Naruto himself. And speaking of Naruto, my, what is Naruto to me and to many other people? Honestly, a lot of people like to say that Naruto is the gateway anime, and I kind of disagree. I don't think Naruto is a gateway anime, so I'm gonna paint you a picture here. Now, I'm from Europe, and in Europe we had a TV show program called Jetix, and on Jetix there would be anime from time to time, very rarely, but they did exist. And the two animes that I recall most vividly are Shaman King and Naruto. Now, Shaman King came out before Naruto, at least here in Bulgaria. So, when I watched Shaman King, I was just like a really little kid. I wasn't even in school yet. So, I always thought Shaman King was like, wow, this is just a cartoon that looks very good. I didn't register that was an anime. I just thought that maybe, Cartoon Network made it or something like that. And once I got into second and third grade, I remember being at the birthday party of my cousin. And my cousin, he was playing a game, a fighting game, and I was like, what is that? What are you guys playing? And it had these little sprite models, pixelated and whatnot, but they were so iconic with colors, and they were really pleasant to look at. So I asked him, what are you guys playing? And he told me, oh, this is a fighting game. It's called a Mugen or a Mugen. I don't know how you pronounce it, but basically it's one of those fan-made fighting games where you take basically pixel art sprites of characters and mash them all together, and pretty much it was a Naruto Mugen. I'm gonna call it Mugen for, I don't know. I hope I'm not I hope I'm not annoying anybody by calling it Mugen. But yeah. He was playing Naruto Mugen, and I remember being blown away. I've never seen something like this in my life. I was like, who's that little orange guy? And he's like, oh, that's Naruto. And I'm like, who's Naruto? Well, I mean, what's a Naruto? And then he kind of explained to me that's his name, that's his thing. And then as he's explaining what Naruto is, he does a combination with the buttons, and Naruto suddenly turns red. He kind of starts glowing red, He activates the QB Cloak KCM1. And my mind absolutely was blown. I was like, what just happened? Why is he red? And he's like, oh, you like that? That's his demon inside of him. And the concept of having a demon inside of you to I would say, maybe 9-10-year-old kid is incredible. Since I was a very hyperactive kid in terms of imagination, I instantly thought, oh, Naruto has a demon inside of him. That's actually pretty cool. I wonder if I also have a demon inside of me. And I mean, after that, I kind of like picked at my belly button for quite a while trying to find something in there, maybe a demon, a fox demon or something, anything, but I wanted to live the fantasy. So I thought that maybe I can be like Naruto as well. So, fast forward, party ended. It was a great birthday. I got to see a lot of characters that we will discuss because in later episodes, because I have a lot of stories about each character. So time went on, and I kind of forgot about Naruto. I mean, not entirely. It was still in the back of my head, but it always, like other stuff happened. As a kid, your attention span is just like this, and it's gone. And I remember one day coming home from school, and I turned on Jetix to see, what's on. And what I saw was a commercial for an upcoming show. And suddenly these images start flashing on the commercial, and I see a boy with blonde hair, orange and blue clothes, And I'm like, wait a minute, I know who that is. What's his name? Naruto. It was one of the most holy angelic moments of my childhood, honestly. There was nothing quite like it, kind of like connecting the dots and being like, oh, that's him. He's not in pixel art. He's not like in video game form. That's him. He's drawn with details and everything, and I know him. The feeling of knowing something before they announce it as a kid is just incredible, right? It's kind of like how it is now when you've read the manga of the next big thing and you're like, yeah, I call it. I knew this was gonna be a big manga or a big anime when it comes out. So yeah. And after I realized that Naruto is gonna get a cartoon show. By the way, quote unquote cartoon show. Back in the day, that's what I thought it was. When I realized Naruto would get a cartoon show, I went to school and I instantly hyped up all of my friends. I had this weird ability when I was young to kind of like hype people up about certain things, be it Pokemon, Naruto, Beyblade, or Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever. Is just these things never went out of fashion in my classroom, because as long as I still had an interest in them, other people had interest in them as well. And I know it sounds very aggressive, what I just said. It's like it sounds like I've maybe bullied them into liking these things, but no, it's just I had so much passion, and I still do. After so many years, I still have so much passion towards these shows, and I guess people find it kind of infectious back in the day. So yeah, all of my schoolmates got extremely hype and enthusiastic. They haven't even watched the first episode, and they already knew Naruto was gonna be the greatest thing they're gonna experience in their, early years. And beyond that, it happened exactly as I pretty much predicted it would. Naruto was just an amazing experience, seeing all of these new concepts that are introduced to you at a young age. The things like having, magical eyes that can copy movements, things like having a demon inside of you, again, multiplying yourself, transforming yourself, and all of these things like chakra and whatnot, the hand signs. That was a huge thing in school. It was an instant hit success, and even to this day, a lot of my friends from school that do not even watch anime anymore, they just remember Naruto with nothing but love and appreciation for what it is, and they can always recollect back memories and experiences we've had. It was just a wonderful bonding experience for all of us. Now, 22 years later, well, not 22 years later, something like 15 years later, let's say, right? How do I feel about Naruto? I still have Naruto in my top 10. It was a very important anime for me. I know it has a lot of its drawbacks, of course, and I think that's really cool that as time goes on, you can kind of look past the nostalgia of it all and just kind of appreciate the goods and the bads of, the series. I've read the anime. I've watched the anime. I've read the manga. Shippuden was really cool in manga form. I'm not that big of a fan in terms of the anime version, but the early Naruto, when they were children, I love both manga and anime. It's just great for me. I have the whole collection here of the first Naruto. So how do I feel about Naruto himself as a character? I think Naruto fits the story of Naruto very well. I think he gets he's a bit underrated in my opinion. He is easily brushed off to the side as a main character of a shonen series that's constantly dumb, and he's just hungry, eats a lot and has these main character how do I say traits that kind of Deus Ex Machina him out of certain situations. And I do on some point, in some points I agree with this. For example, the Neji fight. We all know about the Neji fight and how that kind of contradicts itself as the series goes on. But never mind that. I think Naruto is. I've always thought this. I think he's a lot smarter than what people give him credit for. I don't think he is that big of an idiot. I think there is more to his character in terms of how he's written than what people give him credit for. I like the fact that Naruto doesn't take any shit from anybody. Doesn't matter how old they are, doesn't matter their status in the world. For example, he will talk back to the Hokage, he will disrespect him. And that is really interesting to me because I think that maybe the more generic thing that they could have, Masashi Kishimoto could have went with is basically having Naruto admire the Hokage, the third Hokage that he wants to be. But no, Naruto kind of like disrespects him because it doesn't matter who that old man is because Naruto is gonna be the new Hokage. So who cares about the past, And I also like he talks back to kids. He doesn't hold back anything. When Inari was crying in the Zabuza arc, and Naruto was like, "Stop crying, you little fucking baby," and that was always kind of cool because I think maybe deep down inside of us, everyone has wanted to tell a annoying little kid to shut the fuck up, stop crying, maybe that's just me, maybe I'm just a bad person. But pretty much I just like that Naruto speaks his mind. He doesn't hold back, not only in terms of his actions but in terms of his words as well. I just like that he speaks his mind and nothing holds him back. Doesn't matter who he's talking to, doesn't matter, maybe except Sakura in the early stages where he's like he doesn't tell her exactly how he feels, when he feels hurt by her. But anyway, that's just Sakura. We don't care about Sakura here. So yeah. Now, least favorite moment of Naruto as a character himself. Honestly, when I think about it, I decided not to think about this too much before recording this video, so I have the first thing that pops into my mind, and that's how I know what I truly feel. But my least favorite moment is his fight with Neji. Not the entire fight. I like the resolution of the fight. I like the lesson that you get from this fight. I like the resolution Neji gets as well. But you guys know what I'm talking about. As the series goes on and, we kind of learn what Naruto really is, what his powers are, and he gets more broken and broken, especially in Shippuden. This fight with Neji ends pretty poorly, especially considering what it's trying to preach. And I think it goes back on a lot of things that Naruto was saying back then, and I would really like it if, maybe Naruto kind of went back and apologize to Neji and be like, "Yo, bro, remember that thing I talked about, about you? It's you who makes your destiny. Yeah, sorry, that's before I knew that I was like a ninja Jesus, so yeah, sorry about that, Neji." But, yeah, basically that's my least favorite moment of Naruto as a character. favorite moment of Naruto now, on a much more positive note. Favorite moment. This is actually gonna be surprising, although I love early Naruto a lot, right? I love early Naruto more than I love Shippuden, and this is what's surprising about it. My favorite moment actually is from Shippuden, regarding Naruto, at least as a character. My favorite moment is when Naruto makes his iconic entrance against Pain. It's just frogs on top of frogs. It is just, there's nothing more you could ask for in in a main character's entrance. I think it was one of the most iconic moments in Naruto, and I think maybe with a little more time it will become one of the most iconic moments in anime in general. And why I think that is because Naruto's always had a very cool aesthetic with certain things. For example, the frogs. Frogs like Gamabunta, and all of the other, I kind of forget their names, but all of the other frogs Naruto appeared with against Pain, I think they look amazing. Honestly, they're just so cool to look at. It's character design wise, they are incredible. Color theme, weapons, who doesn't want a fucking frog with like a ninja knife? It's not a katana, that's what I know, but it's a ninja knife. And it's just incredible. It's just incredible. Now, similarly, I was really torn up between that moment and Naruto summoning Gamabunta against Gaara, That is also a tremendous moment, and especially when Sasuke is like down there at the bottom, he's like on a tree branch looking towards Naruto, looking, towards this giant kaiju fight between Gaara's Shukaku and Gamabunta. He's like, what is even happening? Is this even the same Naruto series that I live in? It's like, what happened? He used to make shadow clones, now he's summoning giant kaiju beasts, And that's always been my favorite moment from the early Naruto regarding Naruto himself. But as time goes on, I think the reason why I like the Shippuden version more, not only is it an epic entrance against an epic villain and the build up towards it, I also love the fact that it's basically an upgrade of what we had against Gaara. Because with Gaara, we have, Gamabunta, which he's amazing. He looks so cool, but, when it comes to the Pain fight, we have not only Gamabunta, but, a couple of other frogs. I think it was maybe 4 frogs. And they just all look as amazing as Gamabunta, if not even better. I gotta be honest. The blue frog, I fucking love that shit. And not only that, my favorite version of Naruto is in Shippuden. The one where he is Sage Mode. Basically, I just think that that's the best Naruto's ever looked, if I'm completely honest. Everything from the orange on his eyes, that makeup is amazing. The way his eyes look, the red coat. The red coat just adds so much flair to his, overall character design, when, especially in Shippuden, when it's extremely boring, his character design, right? Switching to black from blue is, I don't know, I've never really vibed with that. And not only that, he has the giant scroll. Honestly, if you have a giant scroll on your back, you get like 2 extra points in your character design, rating. So that's my favorite moment of Naruto as a character. Now, saying how I like, Sage Mode Naruto a lot, I decided to draw Kid Naruto because I wanted to draw Kid Naruto because it was more sentimental to me. I was a kid while watching Naruto, so Kid Naruto has kind of been engraved in my head for all these years, and I kind of wanted to pay a tribute to him. I have a lot of drawings of Naruto when I was little. I think maybe in the future I could make a series where I redraw my old drawing. If you have interest in that, let me know in the comments. And now, my dear viewer, it's time for you to cast your vote in the Goblet of Fire. It's time for you to decide who we draw next. You have to choose between Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. I already know it's gonna be Sasuke. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not gonna be Sakura. But the way you vote is you go to my Instagram page. On my Instagram story, there's going to be a poll. You can vote there by selecting either Sasuke or Sakura, or leave a comment on this video which, character of these two you want me to draw next. And please don't let it be Sakura, please. I don't want to draw. She's so boring. Come on. I don't like Sasuke that much either, but at least he's more fun to draw. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching the first episode of Let's Draw. Let me know what you think in the comments below, together with your vote. And also, if you like my drawings and you want to support me, you can do so by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button with the bell notification, and also follow me on social media at VakuDraws on Instagram, Twitter, and even Patreon if you're feeling generous. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.